Hello everyone, my name is Lilli and I'm the creative director here at Bubblegum Cartoons, and today I have a very special, very different video for you guys. It's my Inktober process. Right here you can see my planning sheet that I have here. It's just a piece of animation paper and I have a very basic outline of what my narrative is going to be. Yes, that's right, I'm doing a month-long narrative for Inktober this year. So I have some main basic points I wanted to do, like when my little pumpkin girl is born to when she is going to disappear forever. I gave myself a lot of leeway in the middle for little aesthetic pieces. I really wanted to be very atmospheric, so a lot of it is a lot of like her on the farm and, you know, enjoying life, because it's all about the joys in life and everything it has to offer. And I also wanted to choose a name. I researched a lot of colonial and Puritan names. I had you guys vote on my Instagram which name you liked best, and you guys voted my favorite, I'm so glad, which was a mashup between Emmeline and Adel, which were my two favorites, and it is Emmeline. So the little pumpkin girl is going to be called Emmeline. Alrighty guys, let's get into the materials. Today I'm using a Canson mixed media paper. I really love this. It holds up to the Copics well. There is minimal bleeding, and I do sketch everything in chronological order. There's a couple things that are out of order here and there, but I will post it accordingly. And so yeah, I haven't taken them out yet. I just kind of like keeping them all together. So yeah, that's what I'm using for my paper today. Here I just have a regular plain old mechanical pencil for the undersketch. I also have a little Japanese eraser. I got this from Daiso. It's my very favorite. It was super cheap, $1.50. And of course, my Micron pens. I like to use the 03 for the main outlines, and then I like to use the 005 for the up-close details, like all the lace and everything like that. Here's the star of the show. These are my Copic sketch markers. I have the warm gray palette. I love this because it looks like an old photograph and you get those really nice values. And of course, I have my pumpkin coffee. This keeps me super energized to get all these Inktober's done. And finally, I have a ruler for all of those perspective shots. Alrighty guys, let's get into sketching here. So this year's Inktober, like I mentioned before, is going to be a little different. I really wanted to challenge myself this year, and I really wanted to do a month-long narrative that updates every single day. So I really wanted to practice doing narratives and storytelling, especially in a visual form. Like I said, this will be updated every day on my Instagram, and there will be a little description of what's going on, but most of it is kind of show don't tell, so you can kind of get it just from the visuals. I was inspired by an artist called Amber Aki Huang. Last year she did a narrative for her Inktober. It was about a cute little mouse. So this year I really want to challenge myself and push myself to do something a little more, a little extra. And I knew to get this done and have it in a really like satisfying way that I was really happy with, I would really have to plan. So you guys saw that I outlined the basic story of what I wanted to do, and then I actually started September 1st. Yep, that's right. I wanted to have a very detailed, very well rendered piece every single day. I really wanted very good quality posting every single day. So I started in September. Today, when you guys are viewing it, it is October 13th, and this is my final Inktober. So this is day 31, but you guys, my special little subscribers, you get to see the final piece before everybody else. So yeah, here's Emmeline. She is disappearing forever into the night. It is so sad. Her life is bound to the farm and the month of October, so her form is kind of disappearing into all these leaves and kind of like dust, and it's kind of gonna curl into the full moon on Halloween night. It's really so sad because I got to know her so well, and I drew her every single day. My general pattern for what I do is I will sit down, usually on my day off, and you guys, this is my little happy place with my little candle and my pumpkin coffee, and on my days off from work, I would just sit at my table and I would just hang out with Emmeline all day long. I would do about 3 to 4 pieces a day. They take, I don't know, it depends on the piece, but it can take like hours. I'm relatively quick, as you can see. I mean, this isn't my real speed, this is sped up. But yeah, it's been one of my favorite things to do. I really, really enjoy it. I'm kind of sad that it's over now, but I'm really glad that I got to plan ahead and I am on upload schedule. I do Inktober every single year. This is about my 4th year doing Inktober, but I've never done anything like this, and I've never posted all 31 days. I don't follow a prompt like most people do. I kind of just did whatever I felt like, usually witches or cats and stuff like that. So yeah, this year's very different. I wanted to do something that would really push myself and challenge myself to, you know, commit to something for about a month and a half. So I'm really glad I planned ahead, and I could really accomplish something very special and very different. So if you guys didn't know, I'm from New England, and I moved out to sunny California a couple years ago. So this whole Inktober plays really homage to my home, and everything from the furniture, the landscapes, her dress, everybody's names are all Puritan or colonial names, and that really speaks to the history of my home and where I'm from. I'm really excited. I'm actually flying home tomorrow, which is actually today for you guys. So I'm flying home today, and I'm actually gonna experience some fall. I'm really excited. So here you can see after I did the pencil under sketch, I am doing the micron pen. I love these pens because they do not bleed when you go over it to erase all the pencil afterwards. So it's super, super nice. I love these, and they don't bleed with the Copics either. So I'm using a 03 here. It's my favorite width for the basic outline. And then later I'm gonna go in with a 005 to do the lace on her dress. Here I'm just erase everything underneath, so it'll be nice and clean. Make sure you get all the pencil, because if you go over a pencil with a Copic marker, it is locked in forever. You cannot erase it. I learned this the hard way a while ago. So yeah, here I'm going in with a 3, a warm 3, and that's the basics. My Copic markers are pretty exhausted after all this, so they're kind of coming to their end here, but they're still good. If you guys want more advice about how to do Copics and stuff, I did upload a tutorial. It was a cute little hula girl with her toucan. I did that over the summer, so you guys can totally check out that video if you want some more advice on how to use Copic markers. That was in color too, so it was a little more in depth with like skin tone and stuff like that. My Inktober is in black and white. I use these warm grays like I mentioned, and I really like the values that they have. I wanted to make sure that every piece had a lot of light and dark in it for the different tones of value. So I made sure the inside of her head, like the carving of her head, so her eyes, her triangle nose, and her mouth would always be black, and her limbs were black. And I used to, in a lot of the original sketches, I used to hide her limbs a lot because I thought it was super awkward. I'm like, what? She's not flesh, but she's not like branches. I didn't really know quite what her skin was, so I used to hide it. But then as I drew her, as I got to know her, I started showing more of it. It's just she's got black arms. She almost always wears gloves because I thought that would be especially weird, but sometimes she doesn't wear gloves. It's very infrequent that she doesn't have gloves on though. And she did start out very different. She actually started out as a farmhand because Bonnie and George are the old couple that live on this farm, and she was supposed to be kind of like the little farm help running around and helping them and stuff like that. But the more I got to know her, the more I drew her, I realized that she was part of the family. So I kind of got her out of her rags and burlap sack kind of dresses, and she started wearing, you know, real like more upper class Puritan clothes, and more not Puritan, more like colonial clothes. So yeah, she became more part of the family. She was always, you know, at the table with them, and she, you know, she hangs out with them and she cooks with them, and they love her so dearly, which makes the ending so sad because I like to make people in pain. I like making wonderful pumpkin girls and then taking them away. But I thought, you know, it was a little too sweet and happy if she just got to live on that farm forever, and then you're always wondering like, oh, what is she up to? Like, whatever happened? Or like, is she gonna Benjamin Button and age like super fast all of a sudden, and then she's gonna like just rot and die? And like that was just, it was just too sad to think. Or like, are Bonnie and George gonna die? And it was just too sad. So I'm like, you know, she disappears, and it's kind of open-ended at the end, like she might come back, because I called it an October wish. old couple on the farm wish to have a young girl, you know, to love and to have in their house and like part of the family. So she can come back next October, but she cannot return until next October. So there is an open end where she could come back again, but for now she is gone. So I really loved getting to know her, and I really loved sketching her every single day, you know, like maybe 4 times a day for over like a month and a half. But of course I didn't draw every day, but I do get to upload every day. So I'm almost done with this one, the final one where she's disappearing forever. Super sad. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram to see her evolution of story every single day. Like I said, you guys get a special preview of the last page here. But yeah, definitely, you know, follow the story. You get to learn a lot, like where she came from and things like that. So yeah, here I just signed it at the end, and last little touch-ups, and she's all done. There's Amaline going away forever. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe to see the premiere of our original animated web series, Demonic Crepes. Until next time, guys, stay inspired.